Get a chair. December 29th, 1940. Herbert Mason is standing on top of the Daily Mail building, looking down on London. At this point, Nazi Germany has been bombing Britain for 4 months, and this night is about to go down in history as the Second Great Fire of London. Winston Churchill has therefore given strict orders that the St. Paul's Cathedral should be protected at all costs. But why? 274 years before this, the St. Paul's Cathedral went down in the Great Fire of London. And 2 years after that, Christopher Wren was commissioned to lead the reconstruction of the St. Paul's Cathedral, and he did his best to create an indestructible structure. And this night is about to prove it all. Herbert and his team are a group of journalists that have been sent on a mission to document the events of the night. And this task is proving extremely hard to do because of all the smoke in the atmosphere. The city burns all night, and the following morning, they are just about to lose hope. Until, in Christopher's own words, suddenly the wind swept across, and the dome loomed up in a clear gap in all its majesty, and I felt in my heart a thrill of gratitude. The St. Paul's Cathedral had survived the Great Fire of London. Episode 1265, my definition of success.
It was a circle. I moved spiritual pillar
To the middle.
to the middle.
Oh, man.
And then I said, now God is the center of all my pillars.
Man.
One of the accelerators of the Great Fire of London, this is the first one, 1666, was the building material which most of the city used. Most of the houses were built with wood and tar, which further helped the fire spread quickly and made it unstoppable. In the Bible, there are two ways of measuring the quality of a building or its durability. The first is its foundation, the second is its material, its building material. The first, according to the parable of the builders, let me say the two builders, two men, one builds his house on sand and another builds his house on solid ground, and then rain comes and wind blows, and the house that's built on solid ground definitely stands, and the house that's built on sand does not stand. The second part of the criteria, which is the building material, this is by St. Paul in the book of 1 Corinthians, and he says that by the grace of God as a master builder, he has laid a good foundation and another person builds thereupon. And he tells every person to take heed how he's going to build, because the day is going to be to declare the type of building and the fire will test it. And he says that the person that builds his house with precious stones, such as gold and silver, that house shall stand and that person shall receive a reward. But the person that builds with wood, hay, and stubble, their house shall not stand the test of fire, and their souls might be saved, but not their houses, but not their work. When Pius says that of all the 7 pillars, his center is God, it means he's gotten the foundation right. And then he goes further to say that not only is this pillar the center of his life, but it's the filter through which all the other pillars shall be scrutinized. It means that he's gotten the source material right.
The question he was posing to me was, do I have a script for my life? So I took a challenge, a 12-month program to script my life.
A 12-month program?
To script my life.
How old are you at this time?
I'm 26.
Ay, Pius.
There's a saying that goes, a hunter who only sees the track and not the animal will eventually go hungry. When he said scripting your life, my antenna went whoop, because that is one of my areas of interest. Back when I used to write scripts, I remember I used to quote unquote call the end from the beginning, in terms of, depending on my motivation for writing that particular script, I would then build the world, the characters, the dialogue, everything else around this one thing. That could be a brief by a client, that could be a song that I had, it could be a statement, it could be a word that I want to be the title, it could be a song that I want to be in the film, it could be a brief, like I said, by a client. Whatever it is, that there is that one thing which I will be building towards, and because of that one thing, I'm able to weave a whole world of characters and everything around it. There's another saying that goes that the best way to predict the future is to create it. Early on, I used to have chronic maladaptive daydreaming. I used to suffer from chronic maladaptive daydreaming. And as a creative, let me tell you, the episodes in my mind were amazing. Like, life would be so much better if all of you aligned with my script. Like, we would all be happy. It's happy over here. So that's even what drew me to script writing and film, because I was like, if I cannot make this happen in real life, in my life, I can at least make it happen in a film. But I was wrong. I can actually make it happen in my life, but not from a selfish, narcissistic point of view where I am the hero in everything, all my enemies end up eating papers, but from the place of the plans of the heart belongs to man, but God has the final say. But who said his final say is different from my plans of the heart if they are aligned with his will? You understand? I have learned that everything I want in immeasurable amounts is found in God the Father. The two elements of script in your life: calling the end from the beginning. You need to be visionary. You need to be able to see beyond your nose. You need to be able to see for others. What are you scripting? The second thing is faith. You need to believe that it is possible. In conclusion, fear not, little flock. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Ask, ask, ask.